as far as S-crafts go, the ones that we are going to look at are essentially going to just be the final version of an individual S-craft. So for example, let's say Pummel, for example. There's Pummel, there's True Pummel, and then let's say there's Pummel 1, Pummel 2. Obviously, we're going to look at the True or the second version of that said craft. I'm just gonna completely ignore the previous ones because that would just take way too much time. It's probably pointless. But I guess we can just get started. Let's start. I'm gonna go character by character as I go through these. So let's just start with Estelle, I guess. Okay, and I also just want to say, since this was a relatively older game, I guess we can be a little bit more generous about rating these. I mean, because obviously there isn't really too much tech involved, so I can be a little bit more generous about rating these. But I think we can get a little bit harsher as we go down, as we move down the line as far as with the games here. But I guess for Estelle's first S-craft, I guess 5 seems alright. You know, it's pretty good for baseline. It is pretty average for what you would see for one of the first 2 that you would see in the entire series. So I'm gonna give that one a 5. And their next would be True Barrage. Okay, that's actually a little bit better. I would probably give that like 7, probably. There's a lot more going on there compared to the first one, so I like that one a lot better. And the last one for Estelle would be Wheel of Time. I like how she does her little spin to win kind of thing. I really like Wheel of Time. I'd probably give that maybe an 8 out of 10. I feel like there could have been maybe a little bit more at the end, but I think 8 out of 10 is pretty solid. Okay. Okay, next up we have Joshua's Sever. Okay, I like that a little bit better than Estelle's first one. I'd probably give that a 6 instead of 6 out of 10 compared to Estelle's first one, which was a 5 out of 10. Still a little bit better. And the next we have is Black Fang. A relatively simple one. I would say not really that much going on. I would probably give it that like a 7 out of 10. Not too bad. And his last one, Phantom Raid. I really like Joshua's Phantom Raid. A lot going on. It's pretty cool. I actually really enjoy using it whenever I had the opportunity. So I'd probably give that maybe somewhere between like an 8.5 or maybe like a 9 out of 10 even. Next up we have Tita, the first Loli. Oh man, I really love Tita's first S-Craft, because it's surprising that such a little girl just pulls out a minigun out of nowhere. I would probably give that an 8 out of 10, to be honest. I think 7 would probably be fair, but personally I'm going to probably give that like an 8. Alright, and next is their satellite beam. Okay, I'd give that an 8 out of 10 as well. A cute little girl just raining down hell from the sky. It's freaking great. Love it. Next we got Shara doing your saddest whip. Okay, that's pretty average. Nothing really too fancy going on. She's just smacking her whip around really fast. 5 out of 10. I can't really justify giving it anything more than that, so I think 5 out of 10 is okay. And then next is her judgment card. You know, I would give that somewhere along the lines of maybe like a 7 or an 8. Somewhere between there, probably. Next we got Chloe, or Lichtkreis. This is just a support move, so we ain't getting anything too fancy, so... But the effect is really good. There's not really anything to say about it. So, I mean, if I was just talk about its effect, I guess, I would probably give it maybe like 8 out of 10. I mean, it's pretty helpful. And then we have Sanctus Nova for a second one.
Sanctus Nova!
That's not too bad. Maybe something like a 7. It's not really too wowed by it. I mean, it's cool, but it's not wow. I think 7 is pretty okay to give that. And next we have Zen. This first one is Shoe Disable. That one's pretty okay. If he just stopped after like his initial attacks and didn't do that whole pose thing, I would give that a 5. But after he does that pose, I would probably give him that at least a 6 out of 10. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, the Sanctus Nova, the Shining Palm's worst enemy. That's right. And then second one. Okay, he basically says Kamehameha. So 7 out of 10, I think. Would that be too much? And then his final one, Wrath of Genbu. You know, for a character that doesn't really get that much love, he has a pretty cool third S-Craft. If he had maybe like a little bit extra at the end, I would probably give that like a 9.5 maybe. I'd probably give that like an 8.5 or like a 9. And we have Agate. Okay, that's pretty simple. Just a good old hack and slash. So 6 out of 10, nothing too fancy going on there. And the next one is Final Break. Huh. I think like 7.5, maybe 8 for a second one. And Dragon Dive. That's an easy one. I freaking love using this one. Agate was one of my go-tos in my first Trails playthrough, and I absolutely love spamming that skill. So I'm easily giving that like 9.5. Yes, that's like a personal thing. So 9.5 is my score. Anyways, everyone's favorite bard. Okay, nothing really too fancy going on there. He just shoots his gun, shoots a shot. 5? Nothing really fancy going on. Okay, I'd probably give that one an 8. I really like how he uses his instrument as a weapon. And then we got Kevin. And if you didn't know, Kevin is one of my top favorite characters in Trails. So I might be a little biased, but I'll try not to be biased here. His first skill is fantastic. Comes in clutch almost every time. Based on, there's not visually nothing really too fancy. His effect, 8, I guess. And we got Spear of Loa. You know, The moment when he actually, in the game, when he actually learns Spear of Loa is so badass. It looks so cool too. I'm easily giving that a 9 out of 10. Solid.
Yoshi,
and we got Spear of Ur. Now this is an S-craft that I want to see. That's gonna be the first 10 out of 10. Easily. It has that extra oomph at the end too. And that's not me being biased either. I personally think that's a 10 out of 10. Super cool. And then we got Josette, her only Bobcat S-craft. I think those are pretty cute, you know, because this involves her brothers as well, and the Bobcat. That's a cool S-craft. Maybe like 7.5, probably an 8. I think that's a fair choice, fair rating. Then we got Ren. Renade. Is that how you pronounce it? Renade? Rened? That's a weird one for me. 7? I don't really think I could put it any higher than that. I mean, a lolly with a scythe coming at you, full speed ahead, is kind of terrifying. But I think I'll just give that a 7. And then we have our Pater Mater. Oh man. I think that deserves a 9.5, maybe a 10 even. It has that oomph that matches the strength of Pater Mater. That makes sense. And then we have Annalise, her piercing wave. Seven? 6.57? I don't feel too strongly about her S-craft. Anyways, we got Reese. Heavenly Strike. Oh man, it's beautiful. I think that deserves a 10 out of 10 as well, because it's so different than what we've seen before, and it has like the oomph to back it up as well. So I think that deserves a 10 out of 10. And then we got her Heavenly Strike, or Heavenly Sphere, sorry. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, Roselle. Oh yes, I love it. That's what I like to see. That gets a 10 out of 10 as well. Maybe a 10.5 even. That's super cool. Next up we got Vander. Mueller Vander and his Righteous Witness. I think I could probably give his maybe like an 8 or an 8.5. It's pretty cool that he's essentially like almost damn near destroying the universe. You get a close-up of his big-ass sword as well. So probably like an 8.5. Maybe 9. And then we got Richard's Afterglow Smasher. Okay, so his first S-Craft is really nothing too special. I mean, it's what you'd kind of expect someone with a Tachi would do, essentially. I'd probably just give that like a solid 6. Nothing more than that, probably. But, the second one, Sakura Morning Moon. Now this one's pretty badass. Richard was also one of my go-tos late game in Trails in the Sky the Third, and I absolutely loved using Sakura Morning Moon. It was pretty awesome. I'd probably personally give that like a 9.5, because I love how he has like some sort of like trail as he, you know, slashes towards the moon or whatever. And then we got, what's your name? Julia? Pentagrammic Place. Now, I really like her S-Craft, but when I was playing the, I never really found the opportunity to really use her as much as I probably wanted to. But from her S-Craft, I would probably give that like a 9 out of 10. It's really cool looking, but I never really got the opportunity to use it as much as I probably would have liked. Anyways, next up we got Luve, his Dead Emperor sword. God, I'm getting PTSD already. Okay, you know, I think I would probably give that a 10 out of 10 just for the simple fact that it triggers a massive amount of PTSD in my mind. But no, realistically, I'd probably give that maybe like a 9. Anyways, his second one, Demon Flames. It's not as cool as the Dead Emperor's sword, so I'd probably give that maybe like a 6. He doesn't really do anything too special in this one, so I think 6 seems alright. Vietnam flashbacks over 10. Sounds about right. Anyways, for a couple of these, I actually had to pull these up online just because it's really out of the way, and I couldn't really be bothered to kind of go back and record these myself, so I had to pull these up from online, so it might be a little loud, might be a little... what we'll see. Anyways, we have, what's his name? Butler Phillip. He has an S-Craft called the Smellus Hearts. You know, man, for an old-ass Butler, he has pretty damn cool S-Craft. I would probably give that a 9 out of 10. That's honestly really cool. And then we have Kurt. Nothing special, but it's called Summon Lightning. Not Kurt Vander, but Kurt the other guy. I don't know, I'd probably give Kurt's like 6.6, 6.5. The Kurt Bracer. Yeah, the other Kurt. Anyways, we have Kirika Dora and the... let's see. Receptionist. Okay. For Kirika, I'd probably give hers maybe like an 8.5. It's pretty cool. You know, twin dragons, and it has that little extra oomph at the end as well. I think an 8.5 is pretty good. Next up, we got Daddy Bright, Cassius Bright. Phoenix Wave, what shall I give that? Well, first off, I want to say that I didn't really have too much trouble fighting him, because it took me just one try, so I don't really have many Vietnam flashbacks with Cassius Bright. But I'll probably give that a 9.5, just because it is Cassius Bright. And then we have Luciola. Okay, that's really nothing too amazing. Probably maybe like a 6. Pretty average. She doesn't really do anything too amazing. But she has another one. That one's better. Probably like a 7.5. And then we have Walter. That's his name, right? Walter? That's pretty cool. 8. Probably an 8. And then we have Blue Blanc. I don't really feel too much strongly about Blue Blancs. Maybe like a 7. 7. Fabulous over 10. Anyways, we have the Schwarzritter. I'm sure we haven't seen this before. It had a little bit extra compared to Luve's earlier, so I'd probably give that maybe like a 0.5 higher than what I gave the Demon Flames earlier. Yeah, they're essentially the same. This one just has a little, just a smidge more. And then we have Sword of Abaddon. Yeah, so that's essentially the same as the Dead Emperor Sword. Same rating. I think, what did I rate it? Like an 8? Or 9? I don't know, something like that. But I'll give it the same rating. And then we have this dude. I'd probably give that. It's pretty cool. He doesn't really do too much in there, but visually, pretty cool. So maybe like an 8 out of 10. And this is from the spoiler alert, last enemy of the game, the Stigma Cannon, Megadilus. Majora's Mask. Yeah, for a final boss, I think that deserves a 10 out of 10. That's pretty damn impressive. Looks cool, and it hurts a whole lot. And it also destroys the map, I believe. These final bosses, these bosses like destroying the world, huh? I'm still in the middle of getting all the S-Crafts from Zero and Azure together, but I'm going to get that one soon, so I'll probably try and get that done maybe sometime next week. Ideally, I want to post one of these once a week during the month of July. So next time we'll cover the crossbow people.